most important aspects of how to work together well, and so are worth repeating. Join me in exploring the wonderful world of remote working. Forward. Today's meeting with my Agility Scales team was a good one. In the first 5 minutes, we discussed the most fashionable carnival costumes for our kids. This season, it's Lego Ninjas, apparently. The discussion was part of our mandatory chit-chat ritual, which both forbids us from immediately diving into work mode and challenges us to be more human and personal with each other. For 5 minutes. After the chit-chat, we had a vigorous discussion about how to describe the nature of our online product, as well as what terminology to use to best explain it to our customers. We also talked about the priorities of new product features, the role of our user community, and several important decisions we had to make. It was a delightful conversation, one in which everyone participated equally, and which felt like a strange mix of marketing and existentialism. We finished the meeting after precisely 1 hour, which is how we like it. As usual, we finished with our Return on Time Invested, ROTI, ritual. At the count of 3, everyone signals how useful the meeting was by holding up between 1 and 5 fingers. Everyone rated the meeting a 5, except Kirill, who offered a 4. An almost perfect rating. We joked that we'd never invite Kirill again, and he joked back that he hadn't been invited. He had just shown up to annoy us. A big laugh followed, and then I clicked the Leave Meeting button. I took off my noise-canceling headphones, put away my Android tablet, looked around the airport cafe to see if anyone had stolen my stuff during the meeting, and then gathered my belongings to go and find my departure gate. I am a remote worker. I can do my work anywhere. In my opinion, work is something you do, not a place where you go. This attitude requires a particular way of thinking, a different approach to organization, and a bit of planning. Where do you keep your documents when your office is wherever you happen to be? How do you work as a team when you rarely get to see each other face to face? What are the best tools for online meetings, schedules, workflows, design, and development? And how can you do your work when you're in an environment that's not conducive to focused creative thinking? The world of business is not used to this style of working. In fact, the terms that people in normal companies use for my kind of work life are all inept, in my view. Why do they call it remote working? My company has no office, so there's no central place for me to be remote from. And what's the deal with virtual teams? Is our team not real because we're not physically co-located? And don't get me started on IRL, in real life. I think I enjoy more of a real life than do most office workers, who are slowly dying between 4 gray walls. Speaking of both virtual and office workers, in 2013, I hired Lisette Sutherland to be the virtual team manager for Happy Melly, a global professional happiness association dedicated to helping people be happier at work. Considering that I wanted to build a company without a physical office, and since Lisette was a pioneer in this realm, it made sense to let her do all the learning and exploration, and then ask her to show us all the tips and tricks. It turns out that was a great decision. Now Lisette has done the same all over again. She's done all the learning and exploration about virtual work life and teamwork, and now she can teach you everything you need to know to also be a success in this arena. I started writing this text at Toulouse-Blagnac Airport in France. I'm now completing it in one of my favorite coffee bars in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. In between, I've been writing to you from Dusseldorf, Brussels, and Amsterdam. At the same time, I've also been remotely managing distributed teams spread out over a dozen or more countries on 4 continents. I'm sure you didn't notice all the smooth transitions. Does it all sound unfamiliar or challenging? Don't worry. Lisette is here to tell you how you can organize this for yourself and for your teams. So stop going.